Kelly Tyler Lewis, The Lost Men, The Harrowing Saga of Shackleton's Ross Sea Party. Embark on a gripping journey into the life and times of the intrepid explorers of the Ross Sea Party as they conquer the harsh and perilous Antarctic landscape in Kelly Tyler Lewis' riveting book, The Lost Men, The Harrowing Saga of Shackleton's Ross Sea Party. In this book's summary, you'll witness the perils faced by Ernest Shackleton and his crew as they battle scarce resources, frostbite, mental anguish, and an unforgiving climate. Experience the harrowing tale of human endurance and camaraderie as the group struggles to complete their mission, all the while shedding light on the qualities necessary for survival in such hostile conditions.
Shackleton's Catastrophic Expedition. Ernest Shackleton's 1914 expedition to cross Antarctica resulted in disaster as both his ships were lost, and his team was left stranded, enduring brutal conditions that no explorer had faced before. Ernest Shackleton, an experienced Antarctic explorer, embarked on a journey to cross the icy continent on foot in December 1914. The expedition had two ships, Endurance and Aurora. Endurance would land on the Weddell Sea side of Antarctica, while Aurora would dock on the opposite side. The goal was to traverse the icy continent and accomplish something never achieved before. However, Shackleton's adventure faced difficulties from the outset. He struggled to raise funds, and critics regarded his plan as a publicity stunt. Moreover, the outbreak of World War I in 1914 added to Shackleton's troubles, as public benefactors were financially committed to the war. Shackleton's team was hastily put together, and they had no training nor developed esprit de corps. As soon as Shackleton and his team arrived in Antarctica, pack ice trapped and crushed Endurance. Shackleton and a handful of men set sail in a tiny lifeboat and, miraculously, reached an island off the coast of South America. There, they arranged for the rescue of the rest of the Endurance crew who were still stranded in Antarctica. Though the Weddell Sea Party survived, the Ross Sea Party did not fare well. Aurora had significantly deteriorated, and their supplies were insufficient. The trip was disorganized and lacked cash, leaving the team stranded in brutal conditions that no explorer had faced before. Shackleton's Catastrophic Expedition is a story of endurance, leadership, and survival. Despite facing immense hardship and failure, Shackleton did not give up. His leadership and courage kept the team together. The journey, though unsuccessful, has become one of the greatest survival stories of all time, and Shackleton is an inspiration to leaders worldwide, demonstrating persistence, grit, and determination in the face of adversity. Mackintosh's Fatal Misjudgments. The Ross Sea Party, led by Captain Mackintosh under Shackleton's expedition to Antarctica, proves to be a disaster due to Mackintosh's rigid leadership style and poor decision-making. The untrained and ill-suited dogs, rough weather, and lack of organization lead to the death of most dogs and serious injuries to the men. As supplies dwindle, the men must resort to killing and eating Weddell seals to survive. Struggling men in Antarctica. Men fight to survive in harsh conditions and deliver minimal supplies as they await the arrival of Shackleton for their pivotal mission. The men sent on a crucial mission to deliver supplies to Antarctica suffered tremendously in their early months. Braving hungry orcas and the perilous ice-covered ocean left them wounded, starving, and cooped up in the ship during blizzards and winter darkness. Despite their heroism, the 18-member crew delivered a meager 105 pounds of supplies to one depot and stored only 158 pounds at another. Shackleton's absence from the scene complicated matters, leaving no means of communication with the supply party. Still, the men eagerly awaited his arrival for their pivotal mission ahead. Stranded in the Arctic. A group of explorers face harsh conditions and near-death experiences when their intended home base, the Aurora, becomes trapped in pack ice and they are forced to survive on their own. The Arctic can be brutal, and the explorers in this tale quickly learn this firsthand. Attempting to establish a base at the Aurora, their luck quickly turns when the ship becomes stuck in pack ice and drifts aimlessly. But the challenges don't stop there. Stuck without a ship, the group is forced to make do with limited resources, and the conditions only worsen as a nor'wester storm batters them. Despite orders to avoid anchoring near Glacier Tongue, the ship is ultimately bashed against it during the storm. The heavy-duty moorings that the explorers believed would keep them safe even snap under the crushing pressure of the ice. Stranded and forced to survive on their own, the group encounters yet another challenge: rats aboard the ship resort to cannibalism to survive. As the ice continues to move them farther and farther north, their quest to explore becomes more and more perilous, and their very survival hinges on their ability to persevere in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. The struggles of Mackintosh and his men in Antarctica. In Antarctica, Mackintosh and his men found themselves stranded in sub-zero temperatures and strong winds after their ship, Aurora, disappeared. They relied on a shelter left behind by the Robert Scott expedition and survived on seal meat for their diet. The men set out again to leave supplies for Shackleton, which turned out to be successful, but not without physical tolls such as snow blindness and scurvy. Mackintosh suffered from scurvy as well and was left behind while the party worked. Mackintosh and his companion vanished after insisting on heading out in the midst of a blizzard, never to be seen again. Shackleton's ill-fated Antarctic expedition. The book recounts the harrowing tale of the Ross Sea party who were part of Shackleton's Antarctic expedition. The Aurora, the supply ship, was damaged and starved as it drifted in ice. The crew eventually made it to safety in New Zealand, but the shore party suffered long-term effects. Shackleton was blamed for the botched expedition due to hiring decisions, poor planning, and inadequate supplies and equipment. Despite his charm, even loyal members of the Ross Sea party could not forgive him for their needless suffering.
As we reach the end of this unforgettable account of the Ross Sea party, we are left with not only a deeper understanding of the intense challenges faced by Shackleton and his crew, but also a renewed appreciation for the strength of human perseverance against all odds. Kelly Tyler Lewis reveals the exceptional mental fortitude and determination that pushed these explorers forward, despite the countless obstacles and tragedies they encountered during their journey. This tragic yet inspiring tale is a testament to the importance of clear organization, planning, and strong leadership, as well as a vivid reminder of the indomitable spirit of mankind.